Digivolution.
Digimon Tamers is one of my favorite series of Digimon for sure, so why not talking about the main Digimon Digivolution line of that series, that is Guilmon. So yeah, pretty much we're gonna talk about Guilmon X, Guilmon, Black Guilmon, and well, the rest of the line, so that's gonna be great, so let's get into it. To start this off, we're gonna talk about Guilmon. That is a Digimon which has an appearance like a dinosaur that still retains its youth. Although it is still a child, its potential as a combat species, something which all Digimon naturally possess, is very high, and it hides the ferocious personality of a carnivorous beast. The mark drawn on its chest is called the digital hazard, which is inscribed on those who have the potential to cause massive damage to computer data. However, as long as this ability is used peacefully, it can probably become a being that protects the digital world. And its special move is sparing out a powerful flame shot, Fireball. Now we're gonna go with the OG line, so now it's time to talk about the champion form, that is Guilmon. A demon dragon Digimon that is called the Deep Crimson Demon Dragon. The childishness he had when he was Guilmon has vanished, and he evolved into a wilder, more brutal Digimon. Also, although it is a virus Digimon, he may even battle for justice depending on how he was raised by its tamer, because he will be faithfully obedient. Guilmon Raw has the power to shake the solid earth, and before battle he raises his voice to an offensive roar to intimidate the opponent. And his special move is sparing out a powerful blaze with a raw. Well, it's exhaust flame. There's also a Guilmon that is orange, which is called Guilmon Orange, of course, that became an orange colored data type. Compared to the virus type, its usual personality is calmer, but it will quickly become agitated if something occurs. And its special move is the same, exhaust flame. Now to War Guilmon, the one possessing the name Great Guilmon. It is a cyber type perfect Digimon. As its name suggests, its body has grown gigantic, and its upper body has been metallized with the strongest metal, the Chrome Digizoid. It is able to take flight with the two vernier attached to its shoulder, so it is possible for it to perform both anti-air and anti-ground attacks, and in order to restrain it from running wild due to the excess power, a restraining tool similar to a bite is attached to its jaw section. Also, since the balancer extending like a cable from its back section is extensible, it can be used to impel the opening. And its special move is an attack fired from both of the gun ports on its chest that destroys the opening on the atomic level, that is called Atomic Blaster. And as I said with Guilmon, you know, he got that Guilmon Orange form, right? Well, we also got that War Guilmon Orange that is pretty much similar but in a different color. Oh, now guys, it's time to talk about one of the Royal Knights, that is Guilmon. It is a living contradiction, being a guardian deity of the net despite being a virus attribute, and if by any chance its balance is lost, it is possible for it to become a dangerous being. It is clad in holy armor refined and constructed from 99.9 pure Chrome Digizoid, and it wields the Holy Lance Gram in its right hand and the Holy Shield Aegis in its left. He honors chivalry, and it is a loyal vassal toward its lord. Its special move are a strong blow dispatched from the Holy Lance Gram Royal Saber and Fire Beam, which purifies everything from the Holy Shield Aegis in its left hand. Final edition. Now to the next form, that is Guilmon Crimson Mode, a hidden form of Guilmon whose body is clad in armor that shines crimson. Because he has fully released its power, its armor portions possess the heat to dye them red. For that reason, it is unable to maintain Crimson Mode for a long duration. Within its chest is its Digicore, which shields the digital hazard, in which destroys all the power in its body. A pinot energy emission can be distinguished coming from its back. It wields a diving lens of light Gunyear and a diving sword of light Blue Gang, energy weapons that have no physical forms. Special moves are cutting the opponent to pieces with its diving sword Blunt Gang and disintegrating the opponent into Electron with its diving lace Gunyear, then casting them to oblivion within another dimension Afor. Oh yeah, now we're gonna talk about Medieval Guilmon, which is a Digimon that comes from another digital world that is called Wishnelny. So we'll talk about this whole thing in the future, so keep that in mind. But it is a warrior Digimon praised as the legendary hero, and he suddenly appeared and drove out the invader in ancient Wishnelny, which was on the road to ruin because sorcery, high-level programming language, was still immature and there were no means for it to defend himself or range invasion. And although it's not certain, it is said that he transcends time and is still in existence. He battles using armor made by sorcery. He holds the alias of the Whirlwind General due to it governing the Digimon known as the Vortex Warriors, who among all the magical systems of fire, earth, water and wind battle using weapons made by the wind sorcery, and he possesses the Minus magical lance Dynas, which conceals the power of the Wyvern. Although there are almost none who have seen its form in the digital world, it is a Digimon called the Warrior of Fantasy in the digital world, as gaudy ornamentation is applied to the armor of its whole body, and a coat of arms is affixed to its solemn form. Its special moves are Rage of Wyvern from Dynas and Final Crest. Unfortunately, we don't have any footage of this, so hopefully in the future we could see what this whole witch, Nilni, whatever it's called, places. Will be dope, right? So now we talk about the main line. So now let's go into Guilmon X, because yes, Guilmon do have an X antibody form. So first thing first, you may have noticed is that the digital hazard mark has vanished from his chest. That is because he accepted and contained its power within its body. It still hasn't awakened to the power, but if it grows up the right way, it can be said that its qualities for maturing into a true guardian of the digital world will have improved. Since his instance as a virus species have also increased, its personality has become more aggressive, and he acquired its striking technique, Fire Mid, where he envelopes its arms and its special move, Fireball, and beats the enemy. Now to Guilmon X. So because he has accepted and contained the extraordinary power of the digital hazard within himself, and that its attack instant as a virus species enhanced further, it will exhibit a ferocious nature where it is unable to control its overflowing power, changing its personality to one on a thin line with justice depending on how it grows up. However, Guilmon's power has clearly increased, and the blades on both of its elbows have enlarged even more, developing and causing plasma to appear when attacking the enemy. Its special move is the destructive energy produced from the plasma blades on both of its elbows, rated blade. So now as Guilmon X, he gained the ability to change the extraordinary power of the digital hazard contained within its body into a variety of energy shots and fire them from the attack units on each part of it, and it is called the Deep Crimson Heavy Tank. And its special move, Atomic Blaster, is fired via the gun parts on his chest and arms within 4 times the power. The huge gun part on his chest is a cannon for its Atomic Megalo Blaster. Now, it's time to talk about Guilmon X, one of the most badass X antibody forms out there. So, as he carried out his devotion as a knight, this Guilmon threw himself into the sacred battle and was at last blessed with the supreme sacred armor, sacred lance, and sacred shield. Yeah, sacred hybrid equipment combining red Digitoid, blue Digitoid, and gold Digitoid, which are rare metals, as well as the chrome Digitoid boasting the highest no purity. Since his form was remodeled in order to demonstrate its holy power, the lens of light emitted from its sacred lens ground was amplified, and he acquired a new special move called Seeing Saber, which lengthened it. In addition, it is said that Guilmon's red mantle from before acquiring the X antibody was given to the hero Leomon. If you're familiar with the Digital Monster X Evolution movie, it's pretty crazy because Guilmon, who began Tulos, fate in Yggdrasil, and as a result was killed by Omegamon. However, he was reborn with the power of the X antibody. How dope is that, right? So now, for one last time, we're gonna go back to the rookie form because we're gonna talk about Black Guilmon, which is a ferocious personality characteristic of carnivorous beasts like Guilmon. The wild nature of a virus attribute Digimon shows more strongly in it compared to Guilmon. Now to Black Guilmon, that is a demon dragon Digimon that is called the Jet Black Demon Dragon. Although it is fundamentally the same species as Guilmon, he has more of a virus species nature, and it is said to be a natural form of Guilmon. Unlike a Guilmon raised by a tamer, it can be roughly described as having gone feral. Black's Guilmon Raw is identical to Guilmon, having the power to shake the solid earth, and before battle he raised its voice to an offensive route to intimidate the opponent, so the same thing as Guilmon, right? And his special move is the same as well, that is Exhaust Flame. Now to Black War Guilmon, a perfect cyber Digimon that evolved from Black Guilmon. Like Black Guilmon, it is a fire species nature that expressed by its darker appearance, and it is called the Black Destroyer Dragon. Its upper body has been metallized with the strongest metal, chrome Digivolution, and it is able to make fly with the 2 vernier attached to its shoulder, like the same other one. Also, since the cable-like object extended from the back section is extensible, it can be used to impale the opponent, and the same special move as War Guilmon. They're really similar when you think about it. Now, time to talk about another form of Digimon, Guilmon, which has awakened to its instant as a virus species. Its heart and thoughts are completely dark side, and it is nothing more than the digital hazard that brings calamity to the digital world. It is clad in black, demonic armor refined from high purity chrome Digivolution, just like Digimon, aka Guilmon. And its right hand can become the demonic lens Balmon, while its left hand can become the demonic shield Gorgon. It is definitely a being set in opposition to Guilmon. Its special move are the powerful barrage of attacks of its demonic lance, Demon Disaster, and Fire Dark Wave, which governs everything from the demonic shield in its left hand, Jodoka Prison. And there's also one from Digimon Story that is Guilmon Core, that got infected into submission in the game, and it looks pretty dope, so I had to mention him. Actually, there's another one I should mention, that is Digimon Chaosmon, which was seen as a toy but never really official, but it's still worth mentioning, right? Will be dope to see in the future too. Now we got one last form that is one of the best Guilmon form, that is Digimon. So it was definitely dope to see him in Digimon Tamers on how Takuto had so much anger due to Belzamon. So you know, it was an accident. So Guilmon accidentally dark evolved to Digimon. But anyways, that was just sick. So let's talk about him now. So it was an extremely weak Digimon that is the must evil among Dragon Digimon. It is a pillar of the 4 great Dragon Digimon as well. But its personality is so fetish that it doesn't bear the slightest resemblance to the other 3. Although it is a rare species that isn't even known to be extant, and its very existence is a digital hazard, its power was sealed away by some sort of force. However, it is said that a great amount of damage will be exerted on the digital world when its power awake. He has a body made from Crow Digizoid. According to one theory, Digimon and Chaos Guilmon are the same being, and it is said that whether that wave of terror is projected as a Dark Knight or as a Dark Dragon depends on the observer. Digital Flame, which reduces everything to ash. So to finish this off, we got the X antibody of Digimon. So it is the greatest scene of the X antibody, which is drawing out the latent abilities of a Digicore. Rising a Digimon's potential had affected Digimon's Digicore. Without leaving any good behind, this Digimon, which is the epitome of evil, is unlike any other so far. Its very existence destroys and burns all of the digital world to clean to cinders, and its figure is definitely said to be the incarnation of hell. If you give up on living, then you will be able to catch a glimpse of Digimon's true form. Its hell, howling, and Digital flames possess unfathomable amounts of evil energy, and are said to have reached levels that are no longer worthy of the power of a single Digimon alone. How epic is this? So yeah guys, that was a Guilmon Digivolution lines, and something that always get me is that Guilmon is really like a virus type. To me it looks like a vaccine type, right? But I'm always gonna be wondering why exactly they decided to make him a virus type, but it's still pretty dope. Anyway guys, let me know in the comment section below which Digivolution line I should do next, and you know, if you haven't yet and you love Digimon content, you should totally subscribe, because, you know, I love to upload Digimon content in here, you feel me? So thank you all so much for watching. The support has been really amazing lately on the channel, and it really makes me happy, guys, because y'all are supporting my dream, so thank you so much. Oh, and, you know, for the people wondering why I don't upload as frequent, it's because I'm actually grinding every single day now, so pretty much I'm working every single day, and I do YouTube at the same time. So right now it's kind of hard to balance both of them at the same time, but hopefully by June I'm actually going to be able to, you know, get back on the roots and find out the best way to be able to upload as frequent as possible. I really want to try to go to 3 to 4 uploads every single week for sure. That's really my goal. I really want to go for 4 because I want to put more times into my videos. So sometimes, you know, I don't have much time, so I'm like kind of like, you know, doing it a little faster, so the edits of the video may not be as good, but no matter what, I need that 3 uploads every single week for you guys. All right, so that's the plan for now. Anyway, peace out and have an amazing Gucci sexy day. You know it.